James Kaufman, World News Report today. HUD audit flags $5 billion in improper housing assistance under Biden. Let's now move on to the housing fraud that's currently estimated at over $5 billion, but is much, much larger. A new report from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has found that more than $5 billion in federal rental assistance, Section 8s, during fiscal year 2024 only went to potentially ineligible recipients, including over 30,000 deceased individuals and thousands, if not tens of thousands, of non-citizens. This according to MSN and the New York Post. And under the watchful eye of the HUD director here, Marcia Fudge, who should be the first person going to jail. But no one's going to jail, are they, folks? The audit conducted by HUD's Office of the Chief Financial Officer reviewed nearly $50 billion in housing aid and identified $5.8 billion, about 11%, as more than questionable. More than 200,000 tenants were flagged, including 30,000 plus listed as deceased, 10,000 non-citizens, and over 165,000 households receiving payments above local eligibility limits, particularly in large metro areas like New Orleans. Officials said suspicious payments appeared nationwide, with heavy concentrations in New York, California, and Washington, D.C. Quote, a massive abuse of taxpayers' dollars not only occurred under President Biden's watch, but was effectively incentivized by his administration's failure to implement strong financial controls, resulting in billions worth of potential improper payments, HUD Secretary Scott Turner, Ms. Fudge's replacement, said. Quote, HUD will continue to investigate these shocking results of our audit and will take appropriate action to hold bad actors accountable. In February 2024, prosecutors charged 70 current and former New York City Housing Authority employees in what U.S. Attorney Damian Williams called the largest single-day bribery takedown in the history of the U.S. government and Justice Department. This involved millions of dollars in kickbacks and corrupt contracts. The New York City Housing Association, which receives billions in HUD funding annually, said that they partnered with law enforcement to root out the corruption in their agency, which directly led to the 2024 arrests. Each of the 70 cases of bribery brought by the DOJ has led to a conviction, end quote. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. And you know these numbers are going to be lowballing it for sure. More waste at our expense. This lady should be put under the jail. Miss Fudge, huh? God bless. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible in Bizarro World.